So this is the API I was talking about. I have exposed this API to that service. Now let's see. So in problem solving, we see that there are 4 or 5 types of result we see always. That is AC, that is test cases part or passed or accepted. That is W or wrong answer. We see that compilation error. There are kind of thousands kind of compilation error that is related to GCC. And then we see TLE. Then we see segmentation fault and MLE. So these are the errors we generally see. So all the errors are the online judge can is capable of capturing all the errors. So let's see how an AC is generated. This is the code, and I am this is the direct API. Direct API. So I am passing the test cases and input from the client only. But in production, it will be the test cases and input will be here, and it will be published by this producer, and this will be consumed by this online judge. But as this is the direct connection, so I am passing the test input and test cases from the client only. So you see, this is a simple code, the sum of few test cases. That means, there is two variable A and B, and the sum will be printed out. This is the test cases 10, and this is the values A and B, and test cases is 3, 2, 1 plus 2 is 3. You see, this is the test cases. So let's see. Okay, I think, yeah, I have to run the server. Yes, this backend is on build using Django. Yeah, so let's see how things are actually. Yeah, you see, we have received a response that submission ID. You see the submission ID, but in production, we will when the user submits a request, we will immediately return the submission ID. And using that submission ID, we will again using this API, we can if we will get the after polling, we will get the result. But right now, we are actually passing everything at once. So now you see there is a response submission ID, and inside data there is another dictionary that is result, and inside result there is all test cases passed that the question is accepted, but it is accepted, and you see status code 0 and all other thing. Status successful, error message, there is no error message, and success message is codes compiled and run successfully. So this is how an AC code looks like. Now let's see how an wrong answer code will look like. So I'm sending the request to the only judge, and yeah, there is a wrong answer. So for wrong answer, the judge is capable of capturing where the in which test cases the wrong answer happened, what is the expected output, and what is the output actually. So you see in result wrong answer at test case 7. So in the seventh number test case there is a wrong answer, and output is 7, and expected is 71. So but it is a wrong answer. So let's see what is that test case 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in to generate it as a wrong answer, I have actually made some wrong input to the test case only. So you see in number 7 input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 0 is actually 0. But in the test case, as I have written in 71, so it is actually generating me that expected output was 71, but output was 7. So you can assume that in the number test case number 7. So if I correct it, so I have made 7 number test case correct. Now let's again submit this code again. Yeah, we see that time limit exceed error. So why we see yeah previously the code ran successfully, that why this is time limit exceed error, because there will be a lot of things happening. Maybe there were in the server a few more a lot more containers will be running. So we see that same code sometimes get TLE, or same code sometimes gets accepted. So this is same thing happening here. Again time limit exceed. Yeah, I think uh, the server is getting again time limit exit. So let's see again. I'm sending the request. Yeah, again, yeah, I see there is an output right now. So you see, the time limit exceed is dependent, really very dependent on server also. So now let's see, let's back to the answer. Again, where we got an error, wrong answer at test case 10. So it was whenever a wrong answer is received, the charge is directly running that test case only. So it is not evaluating other test cases. So you see in the output was 30 and expected was 31. So but it is 30 wrong answer. So in the 10th number, so this is the 10th. So 20 and 10 and 20 is 30. So again, I deliberately made a in the test case wrong that it is 31. So let's correct it and let's see how if the code passed right now, passed this time. Yeah, you see, I have made the correction in the test cases and yeah, all test cases passed and but it is accepted. So this is how your mm, is actually and wrong answer is passed. So now see how a compilation error actually happens. So in this code, this is very simple code. I'm taking into A and B and just printing the sum of the A and B. But I have made a mistake of the sum variable. So I have here you can see yeah, you see this is I have not written the sum variable correctly. Now let's see if it is correct, able to send us the compilation error. Yes, you see, the correctly the result is compilation error. There is no result data here because as there is no compilation and the code needed run, so it is obvious that there will be no result, right? So it status is compilation error and error message is this at main.cpp here so was not declared. So only the extracted and relevant error message is being passed because it compiler generates a long error, but only the relevant error is passed here, as we see in Leetcode generally. So now let's see how a time limit exceed happens. So this code is very what this code is does that in this code there is an while loop. You see there is an while loop, and inside that while loop, I'm just incrementing a for infinitely. It's just a value is incremented infinitely in a while loop. So yeah, so if you are running an infinite loop and just incrementing never-ending while loop, so you must get tail, right? So let's send a request. You see, time limit exit. So obvious that this code gets a tail error. Now segmentation fault. So in this code, what I am doing, I am declaring an array of size 10. Then I am trying to access the index of this size. So this is obvious that this is a segmentation fault. And let's see what result we're getting for this code. Yeah, you see, segmentation fault code done. So we have declared an array of A of 10, but we are trying to access this index. So this is really an good example of segmentation fault. Now let's see memory limit exceed. So for a memory limit exceed, we see that for we can make it more robust in cases that right now what I am doing in the backend that the container gets a memory. So when the container runs out of memory, we are getting a memory limit exit. But we can make use of C groups and we can directly dictate that this process of this container gets this much of memory. So we can definitely do that with C groups, but I have not done to this project right now. But the way I'm handling the memory limit exit, this is also a example. So let's see how we are getting memory limit exit. So for this code, what I'm doing here, I'm just creating a long array of very long variable. You see, this is a long name. It is 1 lakh, I guess. And then I'm creating a while loop, and I'm creating of a same kind of long type 1 lakh length of array. Then I am again multiplying m into this long value. So this is really memory consumption code. So we see that memory limit exceed, so for this code. So this is how actually the mm, uh, online charge handling all this kind of inputs. So I am uh, So I'll be very soon. I'll just integrate all these things together and put it in AWS servers. And I will again update you how actually. I will again update you that I will not directly access this service now. Then I will only access this from client only. Then how things are actually happening behind the bars within three services. So as this backend is heavily focused, the front end, I have not thought about front end. So if you want to contribute on front end or backend only, so you can definitely connect with me because there's a lot of things we can do. We can make use of Redis to make it faster. We can make workers here because so that you see it takes maybe few seconds, right? Few seconds, 4 seconds, I guess, to 3 to 4 seconds to propagate all these things. So we can scale it to, and we can assign all these creating Dockers to various workers. So we can scale this. We can scale this using workers. We have to implement polling. So we have to implement discuss, all this. We have a lot of rooms to improve this project. So if you really want to contribute on the back end work, if you really want to make a front end for this project so that yeah, that looks like a lead code, uh, then please feel free to connect with me. It will be really great and enjoying learning. Thank you very much.